Hey, hey, welcome. I just decided to do an impromptu quick live about myrrh this evening. I was on a roll from doing my midweek meditation. Doing a special Advent series in the month of December here, and tonight is week 3, the kickoff for week 3, and my topic was joy. And so I put some elevation on. If any of you might have attended our Oils of the Bible class last night, we talked about our elevation as an example for us as oil of joy or oil of gladness. And I put some of that on me. I'm all wound up. I probably should not have put that on myself this close to my bedtime. But be that as it may, I thought I should take advantage of this moment and the energy that I have and the quiet in my home to pop in here live. I had a wonderful question from Tammy Christ, who is a member of this group, during the class last night that I was not able to answer for everyone at the end, that I thought would be even better to answer here live in the group because it's something that everyone might benefit from learning. And so I don't have all the answers, but I wanted to share just a couple tips and tricks about myrrh. Tammy's concern is that she has an older bottle of myrrh that, of course, she invested quite a bit in, but has become really crusty, and she's afraid even the oil in the bottle has solidified. So what I know to do based on my own experience is to get a really warm washcloth. You don't want it to be dripping with water, but you do want it to be pretty steamy. So wring all the water out that you can, because you don't want to actually get water into your bottle, but see if that heat and just the steam from it as you hold it there for a minute can help at least loosen that cap so that you can get in and see what you're dealing with on the inside. Hopefully the entire bottle of oil is not solidified, but if that is the case, then what I would recommend is contacting our customer service to see if they have maybe some further recommendations to bring that oil back to life. Or, now I can't make any promises on this, but I would not be surprised if you just so sweetly tell them you're so excited about your myrrh, you just attended an Oils of the Bible class, you had your mind opened up to some new uses, and you went to grab your myrrh, and lo and behold, here's what's happened. And is there anything they can do to help you? And I wouldn't be surprised, based on my own experience. doTERRA is just so generous if they maybe replaced your bottle or even gave you a credit with points to help cover the cost of a new bottle. So there's lots of things that they can do. I would reach out to them and see if they know a little bit more, if the entire bottle is maybe not something that you can bring back to life. But in the meantime, you also mentioned in your question about the expiration date is approaching in 2021. And so just to cover that topic, rest assured that even though we have to print expiration dates on our bottles, that satisfies the FDA. None of our essential oils ever expire. And the only oils that you would have to think about in terms of that, typically after 5 to 7 years, your citrus oils will start to lose a little bit of their punch. A little bit of their vim and vigor, if you will. I don't know anyone who's ever had a bottle of lemon or lime or wild orange longer than 5 years. I can't imagine. Those oils are they just flow and they're gone before you know it. And so I don't know of anyone who runs into that on a regular basis, like, oh, my wild orange is expired again. So I don't think that's going to be the case for anyone, but that's the only time that you would have to be concerned about an expiration date. Otherwise, just know that efficacy is still going strong for you, and those dates are there just to satisfy the FDA. And so for those of you who have your own myrrh bottle that might be getting a little crusty, you can do that same trick where you can get the top off, and you'll notice this is my current bottle of myrrh. You can get these little plain 5 ml bottles, or you can recycle one if you have an empty, then to use to just give your myrrh a fresh start. So I poured mine. I had a very crusty lid that I was able to remove. I poured mine into a fresh bottle to give it a fresh start, but I wanted to show you close up here. You can already see where some of this is starting to form again. So every once in a while, you just want to clean that off so that you don't have that circumstance where it's building up and you can't even get it open. My other tip is to switch the top to a dropper top. And so this just really helps you get access to that oil quickly, so that even once you do get the top off, it's not taking forever to come out of the orifice reducer. So these little bottles you can get in your back office. They can go in your LRP. They're a really good deal. And these dropper tops you can get from a place like Aroma Tools. And they make them in the size for 5 ml and 15 ml bottles. So I have some of each. I love vetiver before bed, and I'm always putting in my diffuser. And so I had to have a dropper top on the vetiver as well. That's another one that takes forever to come out. So love the dropper tops. And then I thought I would wrap with just giving you some reminders of how you might want to use your myrrh so that we don't all have these bottles just sitting on a shelf and we're not using them because, you know, frankincense is just everything. And so we're all using frankincense all the time. And we forget about myrrh. It's kind of an unsung hero in the Christmas story. And we forget those amazing historical uses, how it was just an incredible gift for Mary and her child. So she would have used it to, I'm just trying to use compliant language and I'm thinking about, sorry, my brain's just like, where am I going to use this video? How much can I say? So I'll just be safe and say that she may have put it on his umbilical cord to help with just the natural transition of what that looks like and what that goes through right after childbirth until it eventually drops off. So great for prevention, great for soothing. Just in general, your myrrh is wonderful for anything skin. And so it would have been a very practical oil for her to place on his umbilical cord. And then additionally, it was believed that myrrh helped cut off any generational curses, anything that's coming down through the bloodline in your family that you would want to cut off. And this is never too late to address. It doesn't have to be done at childbirth in order for this to work. Greg Gammon, if you're watching or listening, just plug your ears. So no matter what age you are, if you're interested in combining this oil and prayer to help with any generational issue, you do actually still want to put some of the oil around your navel. That's where you're going to place it. And then you're going to pray that the Lord would just come and break off any generational curses. So those would be historical or biblical uses for your myrrh, that if we have any customers or any of you guys who know any new moms and babies, just wonderful practical uses there. Okay, so I mentioned anything skin. It's amazing for anything oral care, oral health, teeth, gums, anything going on in the mouth. Perfect oil. You can add it to your toothpaste if you want. It's wonderful for thyroid support. So if anybody's regulating their thyroid or just proactively loving on their thyroid, I know there are some different blends you can use. Myrrh is a wonderful addition for that. And then congestion, it's great to clear congestion. So wonderful respiratory support oil. If you've been using your Breathe or your cardamom or your eucalyptus and you're just interested in putting another beautiful oil into that mix, then myrrh is a wonderful choice for that. And then I also like to do an anointing oil with frankincense and myrrh and a little bit of edible gold flake. It looks gorgeous. It's a reminder all year long of the Christmas story, of the gifts that the Magi brought to the baby Jesus. And it's just very practical and lovely. So you can use that for prayer and meditation or anything, anytime you want to anoint yourself. It's beautiful and very practical. And so then the final point is mood regulation. We talked last night about sesquiterpenes. We mentioned those in both the Oils of the Bible class as well as our Essential Oils Made Easy class. It's one of those chemical constituents that's commonly found in a big group of essential oils. And myrrh happens to be one of those oils high in sesquiterpenes. It's also high in esters. And this combination just makes it an incredibly soothing oil. So if you've got emotions running high and you could use a little soothing, then myrrh is for you. It gives it a maternal, nurturing quality. It facilitates trust and safety. And so in addition, if you're to reference in your Essential Emotions book, you'll find that myrrh is the oil of, I believe it's Mother Earth. Like for some reason, Mother Nature just popped into my mind, but I think the way it's phrased is Mother Earth. And so it helps you connect to creation, which is always a beautiful practice. And then it also helps you connect to your mom, whether you just want to deepen your relationship with your mom, or if you have some issues there that you need to work through. And maybe even it's a situation that you don't have the type of relationship that you can just go to your mom and just air the grievances and talk it through and work it out. This would be a wonderful oil for you to use for your own purposes to guide you through that process of, Lord, just what would you have me do to have a better relationship with my mom? And then it can be really helpful in that as well. So I hope you enjoy these tips on myrrh. Good luck with your bottles. Pull them out if you haven't in a while. Get them open and start using your myrrh. Everybody have a wonderful evening, and I will see you again soon.